Hey everybody, Casey here at Sea Run Fly and Tackle. Today I'm going to show you how to tie a super effective flesh fly. This is an awesome pattern for our late fall, early winter season. Something that's going to entice those scavengers that are out in the water hunting for bits of meat, eggs, all that sort of thing after our salmon have spawned. So yeah, hang out, show you how to tie a super quick, super effective fly, and one I think you're going to like a lot. Stay tuned. Alright, so to tie this flesh fly, we're going to take an RX TP610, that's a trout predator streamer hook, and I'm going to use a size 2. I've got that fixed firmly into my Renzetti Traveler vise. From here, we'll take some 6/0 uni thread. I'm going to use Rusty Dunn, just something that kind of sort of blends into the materials that I'm going to be using on this fly. And we'll use some .015 lead wire. So I'm going to cover about 2/3 of the shank, maybe a little bit less with the lead wire. And then I'm going to tie in my thread. And then just wrap a good base over all the lead and the hook shank. And that's just going to hold everything firmly in place where we want it to be. Trim that flush. Now for a tail, I'm going to use some hairline rabbit strip. I'm going to use a zonker strip for the tail in the color flesh. And we'll secure this firmly in place. Alright, with that lashed down, we'll take some hairline crystal flash in ultraviolet, just a couple of strands, and just throw that in as an accent on the tail, just something to grab their eye. Now for the body, I'm going to take the same color of rabbit. This time it's going to be in crosscut, again in flesh by hairline. Alright, so we'll tie in the crosscut right where we tied off the tail. Secure that into place with our thread. Wind it forward, and then we're going to take this and we're going to palmer it, also known as wrapping it on the hook. I like to apply a bit of pressure to the hide and tug down on it while I'm wrapping it. That way it's not on there loose, it's not going to shift around on you when you're casting. And we're just going to wrap this forward, trying to keep that hide from overlapping on itself. That way it doesn't create too much bulk. So now that I brought that forward to where I'm comfortable in tying it off, we're going to secure that in place with our thread. I like to wrap on both sides of the hide, and this just helps lock it all in place. Trim that flush. Now you can bring that all the way to the end and finish this fly just like this if you like. I like to add a little bit of dubbing at the front here, just as like a little bit of, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily call it an egg, even though it is egg shaped. It's just something to grab their attention, just add a little bit of color to the fly. And in this case, I'm going to use hairline ice dub in UV shrimp pink, just kind of like a fleshy color, just to kind of accent things. So we'll just spin the dubbing a little bit thick there. Spin the dubbing onto our tying thread. and pull those stray rabbit hairs away. And this just, I don't know, makes things look a little cleaner at the front of the fly. I like the way it looks, and the fish don't really ever seem to complain that this is here. So why not? From there, build our thread head, take our trusty whip finish tool, do her once, whip finish twice, apply your favorite head cement or UV cure, trim your thread flush, and there you have fly for fishing for the scavengers. You know, at the end of fall into winter time, pretty much every target species in the river I have caught with this pattern, whether you know it's char, like bull trout, dolly varden, cutthroat, rainbow trout, even early steelhead have taken this fly, as well as coho salmon. So definitely worth adding to your arsenal if you're looking for a simple flush fly. Yeah, lots of movement in this pattern. Sinks down with that lead wrap there. Very, 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 very effective, and definitely worth the while of getting those materials and tying a couple up for the box. I'll typically fish this on a sink tip. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be the heaviest thing in the world. I mean, it's amazing how far these fish will travel sometimes to grab a piece of meat with a lot of protein in it. They're willing to move for it. You know, it's worthwhile. Usually I'll swing this fly unless, you know, I can see some bull trout and something super froggy, and then I'll strip it and they'll definitely take it that way. So yeah, definitely worth trying. Add a couple to the box. Let us know how it works for you. Thanks for watching. And yeah, catch us on www.c-run.com if you want to purchase all these materials online. More than happy to help you out there, or else come by, see me at the shop, and can definitely get you set up. Thanks for watching.